Yo, yo, yo! Hello everyone watching this as a video. Welcome back to the channel. I say this every time I start the streams because there's a little layover between me starting the streams, people getting notifications, me tweeting out the stream, and people getting in. So the only people watching right now are those that have clicked on as a video. So thank you very much for watching this as a video. My YouTube homepage is so weird. It's Sorare data, football highlights, and then just like movie highlights and stuff like that. So I need to tweet out the stream. But thank you all for choosing to watch. Today we're going to be talking about lineups, strategies, all that sort of stuff. Maybe I'll build some of your guys' lineups and look at my own and whatnot. So yeah, let's talk lineups for the weekend. And what I'll do as well is I will attach the thumbnail, I reckon. Do I want to do that? No, I kind of don't want to do that actually. I'll just leave it like that, I think. No, we'll attach the thumbnail. Why not? I think it's a fun thumbnail. I just have a template now on Photoshop. And this is the template, and I look horrendous in it as well, by the way. But I had this fun template, and I decided to just save the Sorare data pictures instead of actual cards, because usually it's just cards, and I use it for like every live thumbnail. And usually it's just cards, but I decided to change it from cards to the Sorare data thing, which I thought was quite funny. It does pop, you know, the thumbnail does pop. So, you know, there's that. But thank you all for choosing to watch the video. It's getting warmer here already. I might have to take my jumper off in a minute. Hello, David. How are you, mate? You good? How you getting on? Hello, Nixon. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? All right, let me close that down as well. This weekend's going to be a high scorer, by the way. This weekend's going to be an absolute smasher weekend again, I think. And we just had a high scorer last week. No, I wanted to go to leaderboards, didn't I? We just had a high scorer in the previous week. So I think this weekend is going to be an absolute smasher weekend for sure. I think if we look at Champ Europe, for example, Champ Europe was crazy. 520 points in rare to win. But I thought it was mental seeing people hitting like 60th with 430s. I mean, I think people didn't get a reward this week with 400 points, which is crazy. Nep got 147th. Let me see if that paid out a reward. He got a tier 4. He got a tier 4 for 408 points. That's crazy. But it's understandable. I realise my teams are shite this weekend. Need America back ASAP. I can't wait for America to come back. I am in two minds whether or not I splash some cash on America cards. I had a couple. Oh, I have an offer from Sorare, Argentina. Yeah, absolutely no chance. I'm not selling my baby, Licha Martinez. It's not going to happen, but thank you for the offer. I had a couple offers rejected. I tried to make a few offers for a Ricky Poosh, just because there is rumors of Paint still going to LA Galaxy, and I thought, you know, that'd be nice. Get Ricky Poosh, they'd link up quite well. I've got a super rare already, and I've got Mickey Mane, who's also gone to LA Galaxy, so I might pick up a Ricky Poosh. We'll see. There's also a Kai Wagner super rare up at the moment that I really am tempted to degen. He's up for what? What's he up for at the moment? 0.8. I think it's reasonable to say you could probably get him for 0.6 to 0.7. I wish I knew that Basilbot was selling his, because I'd have offered him loads of fucking cards for it. How do I not have a Haber in my gallery? Where is he playing it these days? Yannick Haber, is he? Onion Bolim. Yeah, I probably should get one, shouldn't I? Should I get a limited one for 80 pence? Why not? We'll buy one right now. Oh, actually, it's going to ask me to put in all my password and all my stuff. I'll buy one after the stream. Oh, how did Tigres do yesterday? Juan Brunetta with a 68 pointer. I'm guessing by the lack of attempted. Did he get sets? Who took the sets in this game? I don't know how I'd see that. Goal, Leon. Gignac scored from the close range, assisted by Pizarro following a corner. Who took sets in this game? Gordian with 3 attempted assists. Finding out my best super I got injured in the cup. Romans. So just rare and limited teams for me, basically. Romans got injured in the cup. Damn. I'm guessing it's this one, right? Oh, wait, is it? Which Romans is the good one? There's 3 of them. I think it's this one, right? I think it's Felipe Romans. Yeah, it is. Oh, he's a baller as well. That's tough. I wonder if that... Yeah. I wonder how difficult I wonder how difficult Sparta find that. I've said the wrong team again. Go ahead, Eagles. There you go. Third time the charm. Brunette had a share of sets. Ooh. Well, that's not very promising. Nah, I'm only joking. I want him to do well for you guys, but I also kind of want him to start sucking a little bit, because having this card, playing against this card with these scores every week is going to be painful, and I don't want to go buy one. But he had a share of sets. Interesting. He doesn't have a single attempted assist and only 3 penalty area entries, so he clearly didn't take them very well. Or he didn't take any important ones. Because you typically with corner takers, you get more attempted assists and penalty area entries than that. But fuck knows. Phone's going off. There we go. Put that there. But yeah, I mean, they won 2-1. Rodriguez had a great score. Pizarro had a great score as well. They seem to be doing pretty well in that game. How did Equatorial Guinea versus Guinea-Bissau go? Which isn't a rival. What the fuck? Goalie got an assist. Go on, goalie. Go on, the goalie. I'm doing good, Jonathan. How you doing, man? Tried to buy Docky. The only listings are 1 of 100 and a guy who wants over double the value. That's rough. Free kick in a corner. Fairs. Well, I mean, his forward card scores way better than his mid card anyway. So if you have his forwards card, you're absolutely laughing. I am doing good, Jonathan, mate. Hope you're doing well, bro. Sorry, I'm just plugging my mouse back in because it's out of charge. I mean, I did say, I mean, we're 1 game in, but I predicted that Brunetta wouldn't continue the run that he's on. I predicted he wouldn't be getting these scores at Tigres. I thought like, you know, he'd probably fall off a little bit. And a part of it is me hoping that, because, you know, it's really hard to compete with people that have that forward card, especially the super rare. Really hard to compete. Hopefully in some super rare tournaments. Let's go. Arthur, how you doing, mate? What's up, brother? You're in some super rare tournaments. That's very nice. I don't know what I want to do at the moment. There's a few cards that I've been looking at for America. One of them I looked at, and it's just annoying because, like, you just can't, like, his super rare is just not on the market at all. Some guy went and bought 2 of his super rare, and I just know that he's either gonna not sell or try and sell for extortionate prices. Niftio bought 2 of his super rare. And he's just moved to the Sounders, and it makes a lot of sense for me because I have Joao Paulo already as well. And he's an absolute smasher when he played for Earthquakes. And Sounders are a significantly better defensive side than the Earthquakes. But, fucking, you know, you can't get him, man. Sold my Brunetta forward card for 390. Looked like I've banged it. It's been 1 game. I mean, he could be absolutely smashing it still. We don't know. But yeah, I thought we'd build our lineups. Maybe look at some of your guys' lineups today as well. And sort of see what everyone's cooking, really. I thought it wouldn't be a super duper long stream today, but I thought, yeah, we'd get on, we'd have a bit of fun, and yeah. How am I feeling for the game week? Do you know what's really weird is that I have this thing, and I don't know if everyone else has it, but older cards in my gallery. I'll show you what I originally built out for my lineups, right? I looked at these lineups, I thought, you know, All-Star Rare Plus looks really, really good. Champion Rare Plus looks really, really good. Challenger Rare Plus looks okay. I mean, Fred being a B pick score annoys me because he, like, should be a much higher pick score. You've got the likes of midfield Tadic card being higher than Fred. It makes no sense to me. But whatever, right? I mean, Tony Kroos being a double A with only 56% potential to start, it just doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, but that being said, like, I look at it, Cap 240 Super Rare bores the shit out of me. I don't even want to put it out. It, like, All-Star Super Rare I've put out as a throwaway lineup. I don't even want to field it. Like, a lot of these older, the lineups with older cards in my gallery just bore the shit out of me. And it's like, I just don't care about them. I care about the new shiny cards too much, if that makes sense. So, like, Griezmann's new in my gallery, Gross is still new in my gallery, Sané's new in my gallery, Upamecano's new in my gallery. So I'm more excited about them guys and watching them play and all the Milan players than I am watching Twente who've been shit. And I have, you know what I mean? You just buy the best cards. I do a pretty shit job at it as well. I do a pretty crap job at buying the best cards, considering I don't win enough. So yeah, I'm like, but I'm quite like, if I end up going with these, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching Bayern play. I do want to see who plays the Friday night matchup as well. I know I shouldn't care, but I do. All right, Ghent plays the Friday night matchup. Kind of lucky then that Rove's out for a month. I guess I'm kind of lucky in that regard because they definitely concede on Friday night. Nana's the Friday night as well. Oh, you just know he's going to drop a howler, don't you? I'm going to put him in a least priority lineup. Mustafa Eshkehelak. as a forward card, and he plays right wing back. Fair enough. Benfica Friday night as well, yeah. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Benfica are not a team I would stack. I'll look at Rafa for an example. I don't look at the Benfica smash games and see the stacking potential enough. And the reason why, I mean, this is an outlier because Kochu had a banging score, but like their best midfielder, Joao Neves, you literally can't buy, right? Then you've got Rafa, who a lot of the time does absolutely smash, to be fair, and he goes on these runs, but then he goes on these runs of like 30 to 40 pointers as well. Yeah, rope out for a month is really annoying. If I was to buy a Benfica stack, like Trubin's obviously going to be super expensive, stupidly expensive, because he's not being minted, and you know he's under 23 and whatnot. So you're already paying an arm and a leg. And then you got Antonio Silva, who is like, I think, very hit and miss. He's got very, very good scores, but also can drop bad scores, and it's like those kind of guys freak me out. He's good though; he's very good. You almost would want to play it in under 23. Kochu's just been, I think, mid. I know he had a couple of big scores lately. Like, he's just been mid, though. He's been mid. And I don't think a £350 card. Nathan's back from injury. Yeah, he's in training. And then who's there forward? Cabral? Di Maria? I mean, Di Maria hasn't exactly hit the ground running, has he? João Mario, does he play? Like, you know, it's a weird one. I wouldn't go near Benfica personally. But I mean, Di Maria's been good and his AA's been good, but it's like he's not getting the decisives. I don't get why he's not getting the decisives either in that Benfica team. Most of his best scores have actually come from AA, which is great, but it's like, why is he not getting the decisives? Who knows? Anyway, enough of me hating on Benfica for no reason. Is Di Maria going to Argentina in the summer? I have absolutely no clue. Do you know, I typically do not pay much attention to players outside of my gallery unless it's teams that are like heavy in my gallery. So like I see a lot of moves that I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty interesting. But I only find out about it a month after they move because it doesn't, like, it's not a player in my gallery kind of thing. So I only like follow teams and players in my gallery. I need to follow more accounts that kind of, you know, just talk about all transfers. The Paintsill one, it will be really interesting. I really hope that Paintsill Sports. I really hope that Paintsill goes to LA Galaxy. That'd be fucking huge. If Di Maria at his age goes to Rosario, I know the one man who'll buy him. He's a bit out of his budget though, isn't it? Let me see what people are saying about Paintsill. It would be great if Paintsill wins the... No idea. Just seems to any more movement, really. Well, I'm glad that people think Paintsill is going to play. I'm not seeing any Galaxy rumors at the moment. Galaxy put a bid in. I saw that, yeah. It's really difficult because at this time of year, when they're at AFCON, it's hard to get, like, medicals booked. It's hard to get personal times agreed and whatnot. So, like, what happens from that, we'll see, you know. There we go. In terms of what I'm going to build this week though, I don't know why Simon Kjær's I don't know why he's got a higher pick score. So this is what doesn't make sense to me about pick scores. So the matchup there, I'm guessing the matchup is this, because everything points to Dayot Upamecano having a far better matchup than Simon Kjær, but the matchup, like, he's got like a green matchup score, whereas, you know, 56% chance of a clean sheet, 87% chance of winning. This is where I don't understand pick scores a whole lot, and I don't want to keep bugging Laird and constantly. I message Laird far too much, and I can tell he gets pissed off by it, and I just constantly message Laird about stuff, and I need to try and learn stuff by myself. I think it makes the most sense to play Julian Dessart in All-Star, because then it allows me to play Pascal in Champion Europe, and then whichever forward I chose to go in Champion Europe, which, you know, ends up being Griezmann, because Sané with the Bayern boys just makes a whole lot of sense. Now, the extra is an interesting one. I want to go with Sebastian Szymanski. Here's my only issue with Sebastian Szymanski, right? He's had 6 decisives in his last 3 games. And then the 3 games before that, 0. And then 4 games before that, 6 again. 5, sorry. And then the 4 games before that, none. Do you see what I mean? He goes on these runs where he gets loads of decisives and then doesn't. And it's like, it makes a lot of sense to put Szymanski in this lineup. But I also think it makes far more sense for me to actually run Kimmich here. I know Kimmich hasn't been like the guy lately. I see someone, people are buying him. That's nice. I know he's not been the guy lately, right? But if we just look at his like overall, just him playing, especially at home, bar his red card against Darmstadt, which was an anomaly, ridiculous scores, and also in 441, which was last week, he got a 67 score, but he also got a big chance created that Harry Kane missed. And it's like, had Harry Kane have just scored that, right? We're now looking at a 92-point score. And all of a sudden, you're looking at 163, 92. Oh, shit. Kimmich is cooking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, I think it makes a lot more sense in a matchup against Werder Bremen like this to actually play Kimmich. Because, I mean, it doesn't look like their midfielders score massively well anyway. And I like when I see that a team's midfielders don't smash against other teams. You know what I mean? Kimmich has way more chance of 100 points. That's true. I mean, Szymanski's literally not hit 100 points in over a year. Last time, Szymanski's never hit 100 points on Sorare. That feels mental because he's literally... I've had the notification before that says Szymanski's hit 100 points, but he must have gone down again. That's quite funny, actually. So, yeah, I think Kimmich makes the most sense for this lineup, personally. And I know, like, you want to look at pick scores and whatnot. Obviously, you know, maybe it doesn't make the most sense, but I think Kimmich makes the most sense. Be wary of the Bayern defensive stack. Werder with Dutch can always sneak a goal in. I won't play defense. I know what you're saying, and I do appreciate it. However, what you're saying actually doesn't make sense to any Sorare lineup ever. Because guess what? Every team in the world could sneak a goal into any team in the world. You could have a 99.5% chance. Look at Denmark. Denmark conceded to San Marino. I know what you're saying, and I do appreciate it. However, it just is. How do I word it the right way? It doesn't make sense because I have to play a defender and a goalkeeper, and they have the literal best odds in the entire game week. And also, I mean, look at Upamecano, brother. Look at Dayot's scores. He's a flipping smasher. So, yeah. I'm not going to be careful with the Bayern stack. The Bayern defensive stack. I do appreciate what you're saying. It's just, you can say that about anyone. So, yeah. You know what I mean? Do you get what I'm saying? In terms of, I think this team builds itself in terms of champion. I just, like, the last portion is, like, the interesting part. So they've got Theo and Mignon. This makes a lot of sense. They're against 18th place Udinese, who aren't sort of attacking masterminds. They're a decent team. They've actually got Sandy Lovridge, who I used to own, who I won, who's actually a really decent player. And he's been getting assists and stuff like that. But, like, you know, against the good teams, you know, the Inter Milan, where we're looking, Inter Milan, I guess Roma's a decent team. Like, I guess they did actually beat Milan away from home. They don't score stupid amounts of goals. And they also sit back a little bit against the better teams. So I think it's fair to say at least Theo makes a lot of sense. He'll rack up a lot of score. I just don't know who else I want to play. I don't know about Tony Kroos. Tony Kroos is 50-50 on Play Sharper, and I've seen other lineup builders and stuff like that where he's 50-50. I just don't know. It's such a difficult one. Tony Kroos, if he starts, is the easiest slot in ever. Frenzy, how you doing, mate? What's up, brother? If Kroos plays today, he won't play against Almeida. Madrid plays today, you have to wait. Got ya. If he doesn't start today, he plays. Got ya. Okay. Well, what we'll do is I'll wait on that one because what I typically do is I don't trust the Play Sharper guys when it comes to the Turkish lineups at all. I think that the Turkish well, for Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, I don't trust them. I don't know who it is. It's these guys, whoever it is that does the Fenerbahce and Galatasaray lineups. I mean, the Galatasaray lineup's not even in. This guy, I mean, he projected Kvechi to start every week, and yet Under is getting starts left, right, and centre. You know what I mean? And Under is a far better player than Kvechi. He's got a 50-50 on Krunic with Yuksek. It's just not a 50-50 in my opinion. So there's actually a guy I follow who's got way better sort of reputability and way more knowledge on Turkish lineups and stuff. And I always wait for him on a Friday morning before I lock in my Turkish lineups. So yeah, this one I might put Kroos in there just to placehold. And if I did play Kroos, he would be the captain, so I might put him there to placehold. I mean, alternatively, I could run Pulisic, but I think someone made a good point to me on Twitter the other day. It's like, Udinese do sit back, and it's very unlikely Pulisic smashes against Udinese. Kier is honestly not a bad shout as well. I mean, Kier's been decent since he's been getting starts, and I'm the top dot. It's a bit embarrassing, but it's only £27. I mean, these ones have been selling for 15, but it's only 27. With these ones, it's hard to get great deals on because unfortunately they only sell in bundles or from rewards. So yeah, Blind, Sevilla have been poor. Yeah, but Sevilla have got a new manager. This is my only issue with Sevilla. They've got a new manager and they've got a decent team. Like, you know, and I know that because I own people like Ocampos who aren't terrible players. All right, he gets goals, he gets assists, not all the time. And obviously I'm not playing him in a top tier lineup, but I don't know, man. Sevilla, I just think we'll have to see, really. I mean, it's a great matchup for Girona. In fact, I'll show you what I had in mind for that one, actually. I'll show you what I had in mind. I'm going to lock this one in for now, and we'll come back to that, you know, after Real Madrid play. Because this is what I had in mind for Blind. This is what I had in mind. I was going to run this, effectively. I was just in two minds whether or not I play Tijani Renders or Rabiot. I think this is a kind of game Renders will get huge AA in. He's been smashing it lately, but I think it's also just one of those games where he'll just rack up passes and things like that. I mean, this one's a great one. 24 accurate final third passes. Obviously got a goal there, got an assist against Roma. So I think Renders is definitely one. I also am in two minds with Adli, and the thing with Adli is he's been taking set pieces. Obviously bagged 100 against Roma. He's been taking set pieces. He's really involved with the attacking play. I mean, 20 final third passes in his last game. Just overall has been a really solid player. So for me, it's between Adli and Tijani Renders. I mean, I could play Donny van der Beek as well. Donny van der Beek's projected to start. If I go back to the Darmstadt Frankfurt lineup, Donny van der Beek he is projected to start still. And I like Donny. I think Donny's a really decent player, and but I would like to try and keep him for cap modes. You're on. I agree with you, CK. I'm praying on Union signings working. Madison's back in training. Great to see. I'd be unsure playing Champ Europe Rare with Bayern and Real Madrid fixtures. All-Star or Cap 270. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. However, people with Real Madrid and people are going to play everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are going to play everywhere. So it's one of those where it's like, you are not wrong, but no matter where I play, there's going to be heavy competition this week anyway. You think Adli and Donny and Cap 240 sounds like a good idea? Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, Adli and Donny have both, that's 70 between both of them. Yeah, that's a good shout. I'll play Renders for now. This one is more of a throwaway anyway, or not a throwaway, but this is more of a less priority lineup for sure. And the reason why it's a less priority lineup in this regard for sure is because these matchups aren't incredible across the board for the players I've used. I mean, Renders is not a bad lineup. Matchup, sorry. I think that Van Heck has got a good matchup. As soon as Bayern concedes, everyone's gassed. No. They'll not be gassed at all. I'll be throwing chairs across my room. Bayern, come on, man. Don't say shit like that. How you doing? I'm guessing it's Salah. How you doing, mate? You good? There we go. So yeah, so I think we'll probably run something like this. It's a lower priority lineup, but like I know who's at my door. I think it's my roommate getting back. Like you're spot on. There's going to be a lot of competition. Could go and put this in Cap 270. The reason why I want to play this in a Champion Europe Rare, for example, is I don't know if it shows it on. So yeah, it does. So like, you know, you get super lucky. This is not right. It's not an average score of 391, but you get super lucky and you get into a place in the top 30 and you're looking absolutely fucking good. You know, I have no idea that I have no idea how many people live with. 2. Soon to be by myself, actually. You know, very soon. So we'll see. I'll lock it in for now, and maybe we play it in Cap 270. I just don't like the fact you can't win money in Cap 270. My aim and my goal is always to try and win dollar bills. You know, casual. Casual is always my That's why my priority lineups are always All-Star and Champion. In terms of, in fact, I wanted to check Play Sharper because I want to run a little bit of a Genk stack. I know they've got a tough matchup. I'm not doubting they have a tough matchup. I don't want to sit here and pretend they don't have a tough matchup, but I think in terms of a defensive stack, I quite like Genk this week. And the reason why I like Genk this week is because, you know, their front line has been torn to shreds with AFCON, and you know, that obviously sucks. So I actually think they'll probably play a little bit more defensive than usual. And I think you'll see the likes of Daniel Munoz getting higher because he needs to try and support Bar. I think you'll see Mackenzie taking a more pronounced role at the back as well. And I think that we could see some big scores for the Genk boys. And I'd rather play Genk over Galatasaray this week. So that is kind of, you know, what I'm cooking here. I want to run... Now, here's where I'm a little bit in two minds and why I actually like your idea of playing All-Star a little bit more. Because I have some really, really good pieces here. Tadic has let me down quite a lot lately. Tadic and Dzeko. But I will say, in his last game, away to Gaziantep, 25 AA on a forward card. Sorry, it's a midfielder card. 24 AA on a forward card is huge. If he was to get the decisive, you're talking one of these 80 pointers again. Players go through these little dips of form. So I do think he'll get it back at some point. And I don't know when it's going to be. So I want to keep playing Tadic until he eventually gets that back. So this is the kind of lineup I wanted to run in Challenger Europe Rare Plus. Probably Captain Szymanski here out of these two. I probably Captain Szymanski, but I think you've got a really strong, like in terms of scorers, AA scorers, Munoz and Mackenzie are fantastic. Van der Voort can concede and still drop a 50 to 60 from AA because he's a great goalkeeper. And then you got these two that could smash against Samsunspor. So yeah. I saw Munoz linked to Palace. What happened with that? I saw that they valued him at like 10 million. I didn't see anything after that. I mean, we'll see. Like, I actually... What the fuck? I guess I have to type in Daniel Munoz. I actually think he'd do pretty well at Palace. He's one of those players I think is actually like a solid player, man. Scouting with Arve, Costinha and Genk right back. Munoz, no approach made yet. There you go. Palace are chasing right back from Munoz, who want around 10 mil. Palace also in the hunt for Liam and Dye. Interesting. Apparently they're moving forward to sign him. I mean, I haven't seen anything sort of reputable yet. But I actually think he'd do pretty well at Palace. I actually think he'd actually do pretty well at Palace. I don't think he would die at Palace, to be honest. Only risk is that if he signs over the weekend and misses the game. Yeah, but like I'm not gonna not play one of my better, like, this is the thing. If I don't play him and he does play, do you know what I mean? It's a tough one, bro. Like, if I don't play him this week and he doesn't sign, I'm not going to play him next week, and then he won't sign next week, and then maybe he signs the week after. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I hate scenarios like this, but my mantra is always I just play the player, and you know, he's their best right back for a reason. You know, if he's fit to play, he'll play. We'll see. I haven't seen anything go quickly, so do I think that Tom Hay starts this weekend? I don't fucking know. I have no idea. Absolutely no clue. I mean, he's apparently 100% to start. Is there a reason why he wouldn't start? Is he like to get injured or something? I mean, he's played 90 minutes almost every single game for weeks and weeks and weeks. Is there a reason why he wouldn't play? See if Play Sharp predicts him. Isn't Tom Hay like Heronvane's best player? He's 50-50. I have no idea. Apparently. I have absolutely no clue. The Genk are tied for right back. I reckon he plays this weekend for sure. This weekend for sure because his backup is at AFCON. Hayes on the verge of moving to Como. Oh, fair enough. I don't know anything about him, so I can't comment on that. He's 50-50 on PlaySharp, right? That's literally all the info I can give you, unfortunately. I have absolutely no idea. Yeah, so in terms of why I think the All-Star Rare Shout is not a terrible one, is because we can then play, for example, we can play, if we play Unai Simon here, then we have a few different options for defender, and obviously Van Hecker and Blind are in that pool. Then for midfielder, we've got the likes of Sven Kums, who I think is just an all-round solid player, but can still smash as well. I like that he peaked recently. He shows that he can still do it. But he's just a great AA scorer, isn't he? Fantastic AA scorer. Very consistent. So Sven Kums is definitely up there with a shout of getting in this lineup. Tijani Renders could get in there as well. And then we've got some great forward options, man. I don't understand why Stengs is always a low pick score. This absolute monster is always a low pick score. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, to be fair, he has some games where he's a bit of shit. But, mate, he's a baller. Especially at home, I think. I mean, yeah, look at that run he went on. That's crazy. Frankfurt, the best German team. Fair play. Is it worth throwing a Frankfurt stack into Champion Europe this week? They're against Darmstadt. They should win. I mean, they should win. Dortmund is. Damn, Patrick hitting you with that. Koita, I think, would do really well against Angola as well. I know Angola are favourites to win, but Koita had a pretty solid AA game against Burkina Faso, who are a decent team. So, you know, I like Koita. I think he's a great player. When you move out, living your own, would I still live near Coventry? Hopefully. Hopefully, I'm trying to stay sort of around where I am now, yeah. There we go. Sorry to reading something. Hopefully our game won't get postponed. Any risk of the buying game being postponed? Oops. Let me try and cook something up here. I know it's only a 36% chance of getting a clean sheet, but I just think Athletic Club, in some of the harder games, honestly, they surprise me at how good they actually are. I mean, this one was annoying as well, Sociedad, but like in some of the harder games, they surprise me at how strong they are defensively against Atletico Madrid. They kept a really strong resolve against Real Madrid. They conceded, or against Barca, sorry, they conceded one goal. I was actually really unfortunate as well. Almost kept the clean sheet, so I quite like Unai Simon against Valencia. In terms of defender, who do I think the best defender is this week out of all those? I think Van Hecker will smash against Wolves. The only annoying thing is Wolves are in really good form, and I think Pedro Neto's getting back as well, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, Pedro Neto came on, played 10 minutes last game. This one's like, he definitely scares me about playing Van Hecker. Bayern should be good. Solid. Rico, man. How you doing, brother? Germany weather right now is bad. I'd assume there's a chance of any of those games could be cancelled. Yeah, but not the Bayern one because I've got Bayern stack out. It's just how it works. It's just how it works. Would I play Blind or Van Hecker? Blind just doesn't peak anywhere near as much for Girona. Peaked for the Netherlands. Yeah, he's had a couple of peaks for Girona, but like, just, oh man, I don't know. Fuck it, I'll play Blind, I think. Screw it. We'll trust Daly at home. We'll trust him. You know, they're fighting for the title. I quite like Renders this week. I quite like Tajani this week. And then, oh, Stengs is double A now. Let's go. They must have heard me. Sorare Data are watching. Something like that. I mean, lineup strength isn't great, but I think that's. Do I play Comes over Renders? Ooh ah. Ooh ah. Pedro played 34 and 64 minutes in the cup as well. Yeah, no, he's definitely getting back to full fitness. He probably starts, to be honest, against Brighton. Had in my head all season that Wolves are ass, but they're genuinely a really good side. They're always in games. I agree. Wolves started off like shit, and I think, was it this season that they had the manager they sacked or whatever? It's meant to be -10 in Munich this weekend. The temperature does not worry me because like stadiums like the Allianz have under pitch heating and stuff like that. So like the temperature doesn't worry me. It's the snow. If it's gonna snow like crazy, that worries me. But -10, to be honest, isn't that too cold to snow? Aren't you too cool for school? It doesn't matter who I captain. I ain't getting to 75. I just want to see it go like lighter green, man. Yeah, it ain't changing. -10 only TVCMs. Yeah, it's pen miss that. No such thing as too cold to snow. Is that not a thing? Fucking blame my parents for that. I think my parents used to tell me shit like that to like make me think school was definitely not going to be off. Like if it was like gonna be really cold, I'd be like, oh, maybe school will be off, and they just were so desperate for me to go to school that they'd be like, yeah, it's too cold to snow. But okay, fair enough. I just believed it because I was a fucking moron as a child. Okay. What do we think? I think Fred definitely starts. It'd be stupid as fuck to play Magnus Mattsson against Lars Understall, wouldn't it? Oh, that's 8 p.m. I want to know if he starts or not. Pansil probably starts for Ghana against Mozambique, right? Like, probably. Shit, 45 points. I think it's got to be Jaden Oosterwolde, doesn't it? Jaden Oosterwolde! If you know, you know. I mean, Demerbe's not a terrible shout in this one. Takes sets. I think I'd rather play Demerbe over... Yeah, alright, friends, yeah, get it, alright? I said something stupid. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Alright, I said something stupid. Ha ha, let's all laugh at me for saying something stupid. Now, piss off, alright? We're doing my pissing lineups. What do you think about Kaneko from Dynamo Zagreb? I actually own a limited Kaneko, I think. And I did put a bid in for the Super Rare and didn't get it. And I'm a bit good about that. Look, he's been scoring really, really well. He's a great player. They're obviously back, I think, in the midweek, I think. Right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually quite like some players from Dinamo Zagreb. But you just never know with Dinamo. You just never know. Petkovic could smash. If you're like, yeah, I mean, I think Kaneko's solid. I don't know enough about Dinamo Zagreb, you know. I just see their scores, and one week they're like dropping scores like this and the stack's crazy, and then another week like they look so average, you know. But Kaneko is one that I do know is a very good player. I think I'll probably adjust this tomorrow morning if we find out who, like, when I see the Turkish guy that I follow and who he predicts to start for Galatasaray. But I quite like that for a cap 240 Super Rare team. I think we get threshold with that, to be honest, boys. I don't think we get a clean sheet against Lars Understol, but I think you can still get like 50 from AA. I think Gismail could have a good game. I think Gismail's overdue a good game, man. He's been fucking butt cheeks for too long now, you know. It's getting on my tits a little bit. I think the Twente in general have been pretty shit for too long. I miss this Gismail, you know. The annoying thing is, at the start of the summer, I looked for who the next Twente would be, right? And in terms of prices, and I feel really stupid because I actually bought one as well. I thought in my head, you know, who'll be the next Twente? It'll be PSV. And I bought a Joey Veerman. What did I buy him for? £695. And I think I sold him like around here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. But I picked up a Joey Veerman, and the plan was I was gonna build a PSV stack because Luke de Jong was cheap as chips as well back then. I wanted to get his Super Rare because I was like, he's gonna play one more year. It was like down here somewhere, wherever I bought Joey Veerman, right? Like it was like £100 and something. I was like, you know, he probably stays another year. And then I think they made a signing that put me off completely. But the plan was I was going to get Luke de Jong and Bascagli Super Rares, Joey Veerman and Benitez Rare, and then I was just either going to fill in another one. I didn't know. And it's really frustrating now because it would have been insane, man. Would have been absolutely insane. But I didn't do it. So I'm a bit gutted that I didn't do it. I think I probably would have gone... If I'd have gone with a full 5-man stack, I would have probably gone Teze and then replaced him with somebody else after. But yeah, it fucking annoys me, man. I should have just trusted my gut, but I thought, you know, Twente would be sick, man. I'll go full super rare stack like an idiot. I should have bought Manfred Ugalde, really, because he's been smashing. This is why I'm at a bit of a crossroads, though, because I've already filled out Challenger Europe Rare Plus, and I've got a super rare Muslera, but I don't really have good enough super rare pieces around him to fill out a good team. I think Oosterwolde will actually have a really good game this week. I think they're at home to Samsunspor. I think he'll have a good game this week. I think he'll have good AA. Karem at 47 makes sense. Magnus there, but it relies on him scoring against Twente, which then would like screw me a little bit for my sort of captain 40. And then who knows who would be the last one here. I wouldn't want to play Sadlak against him. Maybe like Polido. They're at home. Could run Polido there. It's a pretty dog shit lineup, but like it's going to be hard for Twente with Robin Proper out. Proper's been dog shit this season though. Proper has been awful. I don't think it'll be any different. Ugarda's been good for 20 years. He's been really good. How you doing, Robbie? What's up, man? He's been proper shite. What Turkish guy is that? I'm struggling to find good sources. Let me find him. Some guy I follow on this account. Here you go. Turkish Show Rare Hub. This guy is quality. This guy on a Friday morning will do a thread of every Turkish team, and he is usually absolutely spot on. And what he also does is he doesn't just do a thread of who he thinks will start. On every game, he'll also show you players who are injured or suspended on the right-hand side, and also players to watch and who he thinks will score really well. And in this game, for example, Fred had great AA and should have had a penalty one, would have got like a 90-something point score. Szymanski had an assist and a big chance missed. So he's usually spot on with it. So, yeah. And he gives you percentages too. He is absolutely phenomenal. Like, top guy. Highly recommend following him if you don't follow him already. Turkish Show Rare on Twitter or on x.com. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. He's so good. So, yeah, highly recommend it. Highly recommend him. He is one of the best accounts for Turkish football. What's this? Okay, so this is the cup game, right? Oh, Karem, Demirbe, Aktakoglu, and Bardachki all three play, which makes me think now Demirbe won't start at the weekend. Fuck. Honestly, it makes me think Aktakoglu might not start at the weekend either. Maybe Aktakoglu will start because I think Bardachki and Aktakoglu might still start, but Demirbe probably won't start at the weekend now, which is really annoying. I've just finished that lineup as well. That's super frustrating. I think we take the league-specific Twitter accounts for granted. I think, like, this is a thing, like, fuck, and I've got to think about who I want to play here now. Might end up being Oosterwolde. It might end up being Oosterwolde in this one, and then I have no idea who that is, Alex. Fuck. Who's on the bench? Ndombele. Is Torreira, like, for some reason I feel like Torreira is suspended, but he was maybe suspended for the last game or something? He's probably fine, right? I have no idea. Oh, it was a Konyu Sport game. Oh, bollocks, man. Ugh. Time for some panic buys? No. I've got enough stuff in my gallery now. Let me delete that lineup real quick. This just means now I don't think Demirbe will start 2 games in a row. And we only have a 45-point cap, so it probably means we play Jaden there. So yeah, we play Jaden there, and I think that still gets a Threshy, to be fair. And then cap 270, which is probably just a complete throwaway, but you never know. Angelino just being exiled by the team because they don't want to pay a fee or whatever, it just destroyed me this year. Here's my issue now. I'm in a bit of a pickle now. I don't really have the players with the cap to fill, which is really annoying. So I have to play him. Maybe I'll play Border Bastion and Sadalek. It just makes this team a whole lot worse. Oh, that's so annoying, man. So annoying. I could just play it in All-Star Super Rare, but again, I don't really see it. I don't really think it'll do anything. I literally do not think this team will score many points at all. Let me make Captive 40 Rare, and then we'll see what happens. And it's just a throwaway. That one's just a throwaway anyway, but it's just annoying, isn't it? You know what I mean? I wish Bernardoni would move. Oh. I received an offer from Sidbar. Muslera for Demiral. Why? Like, I wish there was a way where I didn't have to turn on ETH only to... I wish I didn't have to turn on ETH only. I wish I could do it with certain cards. Like, what? Do you see the shit I get sent, man? What a waste of my time. I don't get why he thinks that's a good offer. Why would, like, I wish I knew what was going through people's heads. Why would I ever accept that? Like, what on earth? What do you have to think? Like, do you really think I'm going to accept that? The offers you post on Twitter are hilarious. That's almost block worthy. It's not almost block worthy. It is block worthy. I mean, I typically look at galleries like this, and I look at him and I say, right, he's got 7 rares and 1 super rare. I mean, that his entire gallery probably isn't the value of that Muslera that he's gone after there, right? There's no hassle me blocking him. I'm probably never gonna. I don't think it's detrimental for me to block him. Blue card's better than red. It's just so stupid, man. And it's like, I know it's not a huge issue, and maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, but it's the painful part of seeing an offer, being like, okay, cool, looking forward to this. Let me see what someone's offered, because I have a few cards for sale. I'm like, if I can sell a few cards, I can bring in a few more cards and stuff like that. And then seeing it's just that dog shit, and it's then the thought process of like, why? Like, what goes through your head? What is that guy actually thinking? Is he sat there thinking, I'm actually going to accept that offer? It doesn't make any sense to me, you know? Some of the cards I get are so bad. I like receiving them, as sometimes they actually send a good trade, so I don't want them off. I'm the exact same. I will happily do player trades, but like, if you're sending me a trade, either you find out a card that I want. Like, for example, I have a Milan stack, right? And I've got... so I have a Milan collection, and I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards left to get in this Milan collection. That Muslera is worth, let's say, £230, £220 or whatever. If someone had sent me an offer of Giroud plus, like, if someone offered me like Giroud, Tamori, and like Okafor, I think it's worth like 200 quid, 210 quid, something like that, I'd accept it. I'd take a haircut if they sent me like the cards I need for the collection, for example. Like, that's what I wish we could do, something like that. That's smart business. But instead, just get fucking shit like that. Yeah, 100% Braden. I think people are just chances. I never block anyone, just reject and move on. If they keep sending shit offers, then they can get blocked. Oh, I just block them. If they're that stupid, they can get blocked. PSU's fretting about Kimmich not starting. Bloody David Roth injury. My weekend, I know, it's tough. When Kevin Durant started NBA, someone offered me 20p twice in a row. People on NBA are even worse. Yeah. That's such a funny tweet. I unfollowed Pavel Trader last night. I don't think people realise this is not a giveaway. Like, this is not a giveaway. This isn't reasonable. Like, this is so unreasonable, but because he's so awful, it seems reasonable, and I find it hilarious. Like, 10 times 11 USD for 10 random people promoting this post. What? Like, you're giving away $110. Paying $110 for 500 retweets is a great deal, by the way, right? But like 3 rare and 4 limited cards from Serie A plus 3 times 50 USD for 10 random people who make at least one transaction with me. So like you're gonna do for 10 random people. So I would guess he gets thousands of transactions anyway in a day, right? He makes God knows how much profit on each transaction. This is a drop in the bucket for him, right? He'll swap his unique cards for 101% of your card value. Well, do you want to know a unique card I once tried to get from Pavel, and I don't know if he's still got it or not. Oh my God, Brian, you can't spell. This is Vlap, right? This Vlap unique. 101% for his unique. You've got it listed at £9,000. His super rare sells for 300. You bought the card. Oh, I don't know what you bought the card for because it was in a gallery buy. Like, what do you think this card is worth then? Do I have to pay you £10,000 to get this card? It's just stupid. And yet he sits there with his fucking... He's one of the most arrogant people in this community as well. Like, it's just... I don't know. Well, I say him. I'm going to rephrase that because Pavel Trader is a staff, right? He has multiple employees. So he might be the nicest guy in the world, actually, but whoever runs a Twitter account might just be a dick. Because the way they fucking word it, they make it sound like he's doing you a favor, and it just annoys me. Like, you're not doing people a favor if they have to pay 1% extra for the uniques you value at fucking 300x more than what they're worth. Gives me good value trades. Never spoke to him, never will. The guy, whoever runs his Discord is nice. I've spoke to his Discord guy a couple of times and he's nice. The Twitter guy is an asshole. And then, like, whoever rotates in and out that run his actual account, because he has multiple people that run his account, which, by the way, is against TOS, but I don't really care, to be fair, because I think he does a really good service for the actual community itself. Whoever, like, you'll sometimes on a good day, you'll get a good deal out of whoever's running it, and on a bad day, they'll just be extortionate. It's business only at this point, so I don't think he really cares as long as people still swap with him. That's true. He's got so greedy for a while. It is ridiculous, yeah. I beat him in Rivals. He has 1 unique, 2 rares, and 1 limited in the Morocco game. The funny ones for me are when he tweets out that he's, like, won a reward. Wait, hang on. I'm gonna find a tweet I creased at. Think I could live quite comfortably by just earning Sorare rewards twice a week. Yeah, I'm sure you could. I'm sure if I had a gallery, right? If I had an asset portfolio worth £2.5 million, I'm sure I could probably live quite comfortably as well, mate. I'm sure if I had £2.5 million in my Sorare gallery, I'd probably live really comfortably, Pavel. Step 1, just get a £2.5 million Sorare gallery. Oh, whatever. I mean, like I said, he might be the nicest guy in the world. I just think whoever runs his Twitter account just is a bit of a knob. I sending David Karma yesterday that he's going to Greece and got Zimmerman Super Rare for it. Oh, well done. Zimmerman Super Rare is a nice one, bro. That's a really nice one. I'm still like, I don't know if I'm gonna super degen or not. We're gonna find out. Like, I mean, I'll happily do deals with Pavel as well. Like, you know, I'll happily still do deals with Pavel. Fuck no, you've done really well there. Holy shit, you've actually smashed that one. That was a great trade. Fair play. You did really well there. You did really well. Yeah, fair play. I think Zimmerman's a great card as well to own. That's a great card to own. You did really well with that trade. He'll do well this season. God, it's not long now, boys. It's not long till MLS is back. I'm excited, man. I do like to look at Pavel's gallery as well. I will say, like, I like to look at all like the bots and the Pavels and all those galleries and just see if there's anyone I ever am interested in. You know. Gladly I don't have to deal with all this as I only do free to play on Sorare. Fair enough. Bots are also against TOS, but oh well, I don't think Sorare care anymore. I think it's more so like the trade-off. Like, realistically, do any of us actually care that bots are against TOS? Do any of us actually care that Pavel's against TOS? No. Pavel, like, as much as it does irritate me when he tries to extort people for as much money as possible and he's super greedy and whatever, it irritates me, of course it does. But the service Pavel does to the community way outweighs any of that, because he allows you to send your shit to him. Like, he will accept any old shit for a decent card of his. And I respect that. And I think what he does is actually really, really, you know, like, I do respect his, like, service and stuff like that. It just annoys me when I see those tweets, man. What's Basilbot got in America? I really would not mind a Super Aiden Morris. I'm a little bit on the edge, though, with what I do in terms of super rares in America. To be honest, wouldn't mind Paulinho either. Paulinho is one that I looked at the other day, actually. Because the only thing... Holy shit, I forgot Paul Pogba even existed. I actually forgot Paul Pogba even existed. Damn. Yeah, this one I find interesting, right? Because, I mean... Bro... He's a fucking smasher. Do we think he continues smashing like this? Like, that, they are smashing scores. You take out the DMPs and whatnot. Like, that's a smasher forward. Power's got a Luna Super Rare. Uriah's back soon as well. Bots not against TOS. Bologna's been around for so long. Oh. Which team does support in MLS and Miami does not count? I like the New England Revolution a lot. He doesn't play for ages, though. Brazil comes back in, what, April? I'd happily wait. I just think that, like, the only thing is that I've already got a Brazilian super rare, Tiquinho Suarez. No, I'm not going to get Romulo, no. I did think about it, but no, I'm not. It's like late April, yeah. Like, I already own a Tiquinho Suarez, but he dropped off like crazy towards the back end of the season, which was just long. He did really well for me for a while. I mean, if we look at... I was the last one to even buy one. If we look at the one I bought, and we look at the rewards that he's won me, like, he has brought back a lot of money into the gallery. You know, we got a 21st for a Philip Con. We got a 2nd for Mike Mignon. Zach McMath, a Kaki Neves, who I don't know about him at all, but we got Ezekiel Barco as well, and Jackson Reagan. What's Barco going for? Still about 120. Yeah, this guy I've been getting offers on recently. Is he predicted to start next year? Interesting. Chinese League is so shady, there's absolutely no news at all. That is not true. That's not true at all. I follow some great accounts. Lunike is great for Chinese League news. I follow some really good accounts. Oh shit, Basilbot's got a Luna as well. Luna's an interesting one. Do we think Luna like controls sets and stuff like that at Salt Lake? I know that, didn't they sign Jordi Mihailovic? Luna's a very interesting one though. Maybe I just build an un-23 team. I'm not going to do that. Oh, that was Colorado. It was. I get them mixed up all the time. You're not wrong. It was Colorado. Who did Salt Lake sign? Because they got rid of Savarino, didn't they, to Botafogo? It was a Rapids. Yeah, I always get them mixed up. Yeah, I get them mixed up because the badges are like the same shape, kind of. Yeah. It was Savarino went to Botafogo. They have Arango, right? Pablo Ruiz will be back at some point and could take some sets, I think, as well. Yeah. I used to have a Pablo Ruiz. Only a rare, though. Shout out to Houston Dynamo, by the way. I'm excited for them to come back. What's Hector Herrera's super rare going for these days? No one's got one on the market. I'm not surprised, to be fair. What about a Griffin Dorsey? No way. Andy Black sold a Griffin Dorsey super rare for 0.1. I wish I knew he had that for sale. I'd have bought that. Fuck. I hate seeing shit like that, man. I would have bought a Griffin Dorsey super rare defender card in a heartbeat. I hate seeing shit like that and not being the one that's on it. You know what I mean? It does my head in. Why on earth would Andy Black sell that card for so low? It's a great card. He won it as well. Oh, that's so frustrating. I can't wait for Houston to be back. Oh, I love Houston. Ruiz will share some sets when he's back. Earthquakes are about to sign another goalkeeper. Would be the 5th one. That's so weird. Gonna be interesting where Barriel ends up. Pretty sure Basil doesn't like to sell his unlisted under 23 super rares and uniques though. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm not gonna make an offer for any of these cards. I'm just spitballing. I'm not gonna go for Paulinho, I'm not gonna go for Luna, none of those. I'm just spitballing at this point. Back to my lumps actually. So we're gonna put Onana in there against Senegal. We'd probably get good AA, but won't keep a clean sheet. I quite like Kier at a 50. It doesn't really matter. So this is why it doesn't really matter who we use here, because we're gonna go with Yassine Adli and Donny van der Beek, who both have really low L15s. To be honest, Under could be used here as well. Fuck, I've got so many people with low L15s. I could also use Under in here as well, and then I've got 76 points to use on a defender. It's like, I've got 17 points left, boys. What the fuck? Let me cook, guys. Let me cook. Might just go almost full AC Milan stack. I think that'd be a fun lineup to watch. I know Under's projected to start on the bench, but like Under is literally better than Kvechi. I don't know why you'd start on the bench. I think that'd be a fun lineup to watch. Could you also use Evan Ferguson, but I don't think he'll start. What are the Seagulls projected? 30% for Evan, yeah. Just a shame, really. Adley's a player and a half, yeah, he's really good. As soon as I saw how well he played, I literally went and I insta bought one. I watched the first Milan game I watched was against Roma, and I saw him just absolutely cooking everyone, taking sets, and he was just overall just playing so well. And I went and bought one early in the Roma game here, and I think a lot of people have the same idea as me, because they all went and bought one after me. So yeah, I bought one. I was like, you know what, this is a fucking he is such a player. This is a lad who is going to be a great player in the future. So I just went click buy now, and he's gone up significantly in price since then. So I'm happy about that. I think that lineup's pretty good, man. Obviously the only one is a bit like if Kengi's starts or not. I think Kenga's Under will probably start. They're at home, right? And he's comfortably probably their best attacker. He's fucking phenomenal. Leon announced Gift Orban. Hopefully they can get their shit together. Lucho might outscore Messi and be more available. Lucho Acosta? I think I've seen a few people say they think Messi is not going to play a whole lot this season, and I don't understand why people think that. So, like, if we look at Miami when he first got there, bear in mind, right, he just got here after a shortened break, and he played how many games in a row here, pretty much? Like, not in a row, but they basically were all in a row. It was crazy. Because of the artificial pitches. I feel like, didn't Charlotte have an artificial pitch, though? Didn't he play on one of the games that had an artificial pitch or something? I can't remember. I feel like one of the games he played on an artificial pitch. But anyway, like, I get what you're saying. I mean, you could be right. We'll have to see. But I don't know. I feel like Messi will play a lot of games. I think there's only, 4 teams that have artificial pitches? Problem is, he'll most likely be back on the bench once Benacer is back from AFCON. Yeah, very much potentially. I think the only thing with Adley which could be good is he could be fighting for his place with Ruben Loftus-Cheek potentially, in that midfield. I think Renders, Adley, and Benacer is as good as Adley, Renders, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So it's that'll be interesting. I mean, to be honest, when Benacer's back, I'll probably be using Renders more anyway. Huh. I always find this interesting, right? This lad, for example, has just moved to Rhode Island in the USL. Now, the reason why I find this interesting, so he's 26 years old, right? Had a breakout season or whatever, like had his best season so far and it's moved. Don't know what he'd be making or whatever, but this is the thing, what I find really interesting. And it's what I was trying to say there was a tweet that said, someone said something about like football being a really easy sport to play or some shit. Like, you don't realize how many people play this sport professionally that you have never heard of, never will hear of. Like, especially if you're just a casual fan that maybe only follows the Prem, or if you're in America, maybe only follow the MLS or whatever. Like, there are so many of these random guys that play this sport professionally at a really, really good level. Like, the USL is a fucking difficult level, right? It's obviously not Premier League, it's not the Championship. If you put the USL in the UK, you're probably talking like below League One, right? I get that, but to your average Joe, the level will be way harder than their Sunday league games and shit like that. The level will be ridiculous. I mean, look at he's in crazy shape, and it's quite funny to me. It's like there's just thousands and thousands of footballers you've never heard of that play this game professionally, and it's like, and they're all like in crazy shape, and obviously they play the game professionally. I mean, this guy, who the fuck is Romain Mundal? No idea who he is, but like, look at the shape he's in. He's probably a fantastic baller in comparison to like me, for example, and you've just never heard of him because he didn't reach the Premier League. It's like, I find it so funny how like how many professionals there are that just don't, like, people don't know exist. Just going for AFCON players, and there's so many Asian AFCON divisions. Yeah. No one knows about it when I talk about it. Exactly. I mean, like, if I brought up Carlos Hill to a casual Premier League fan who's probably in their 20s and 30s, he'd be like, you was shit for Villa. They probably have no idea that he is one of the best players in the MLS, and he's just unreal. Like, he just kills it every single week. And they probably don't know because they just know he was shit in Aston Villa. Pro football in the Championship is probably better than you and I. Sorry, pro football in the Championship is probably better than you. I don't think that's surprising, though. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, semi-professional players are better than me. Fucking, like, Step 7. I mean, Josh Forth, he's an ex-manager on Sorare, good friend of mine. And Harry Trades and people like that, they play, what, like, Step 7 football? And I wouldn't get into a Step 7 team. And that is literally, like, fucking whatever. I don't know how it works, but yeah, like, I mean, Harry Trades I think plays Step 6 or Step 7, right? I wouldn't get close to getting to his team. I literally barely get into my Sunday League team, right? And it's like, so then when you think about that, then you think about all the professional players, even lads in the Eredivisie. There are some lads in the Eredivisie that literally don't make a full-time salary playing professional football. It's some of the lower down teams. It's just crazy. It's nuts to me, but like, you just don't realize how many people that are out there that play professional football that are incredible that you just don't know of. Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's nuts. Like I just randomly scroll past posts like this. I've never heard of this guy. I'll never see this guy play in my entire life. You know, he's 26 years old as well. It's not like he's 19-year-old that just broke out. 26 years old. He probably won't make it out of the UWSL his entire life or whatever it is, the USL or whatever it's called. You know, but he'll have a fucking great career in there, smashing 20 goals a season. It's like, it's crazy to me that people you just never even heard of him. Didn't even know they existed, but you know they do, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's a weird rant. I don't think I can articulate what I'm saying the right way. League One club is crazy shape. Some of them are in. Oh, it's nuts, isn't it? It's nuts. I think we're coming to the arse end of our lineups here now. What have I not built out? So let me see whatever Capsule 70 rare. Do I? You know, I have Muslera I've not used yet, but then I also question: do I have a better Challenger Europe rare team than Capsule 70 rare team here? Realistically. Could I not just stick that in Challenger Europe Rare? I think it'd still probably get a reward. That's still a really decent team. We've got Muslera, Bardashki, Fred, Dolberg, and then we've got a choice here. Because I could also run Price. Isaac Price, who I've never used before, who isn't the best player in the world, but his matchup's fantastic. His matchup's so goddamn good that if he's predicted to start, which he absolutely is not, he is predicted to start, he's predicted to start DM. I might run him just for the sake of running a reward. Which would be quite fun. Got Krunic who might start. Playing Munoz. I'm already playing Munoz in Challenger Europe Rare Plus. I don't like playing the same player twice in a game week. Even though I am playing Fred, so it's quite hypocritical, but yeah. Could play Bowie. Although I don't really want to. Oh, it's so funny, Ollie. I have a lad that plays for my Sunday League team, right? And his name's Sam. Sam's a centre mid. I shit you not, you cannot get near him. His first touch is a joke. He's quick. He's in fantastic shape, right? And he just always knows the right way to turn. It's like, I shit you not. He's like a Sunday League Busquets. You play the ball into him on the floor or in the air, and he'll take the perfect touch and turn the perfect way out of trouble so fucking easily. And it's like, it's mental. And he's nowhere near pro level, right? But he is absolutely mental, the level that he is at, and nowhere near pro. Nowhere near, like, even getting on the pyramid. You know what I mean? And it's crazy to think the level of the pros that actually are on the pyramid is nuts to me. I mean, look. The way I strike a football, right, is ridiculous. I hit a ball in such a like ridiculous way. So I'll just read something. That does not fit in 270 though with Price. It probably does, but I'd rather play it in Challenger. Genuinely, I think I'd rather play it in Challenger. I think there'll be less competition in Challenger. Then what do we have left over? Probably Cap 270 Super Rare, and we try and figure something out here. We try and just make it work. The annoying thing is I might just have to play Demerbe and hope he plays. Unless I play Borja Bastion and I play lower than the cap. And I don't play Magnus Mattsson. Maybe I just run that. To be honest, maybe I just run that. And then maybe there are lineups. But yeah, back to what I was saying, right? So I've played charity matches. The one I bring up a lot is I played a charity match on the same team as Ben Foster. And it was we were actually in a cage. We're in a 5-a-side cage. And I basically sat next to him in defence, picked the ball up, and just started ripping some shots next to him because I know I've got a really good shot and I kind of wanted to impress him. And at the end of it goes, mate, you literally strike a ball like a pro, and obviously not like a pro, as in like pros can hit the top bins at every shot. I can't do that. I'm nowhere close to that. He just meant like the power and like the technique. And he goes, mate, like the power and technique is genuinely unreal. And I know he's just trying to be nice at the same time, but so it's crazy to me, like, there are so many people like me out there that can probably do one thing really, really well, whether it be the first touch, passing, shooting, tackling, something like that really, really well. To think that pros can do everything at such a level is just, like, it's mind-blowing. The level they can actually do it at is actually mind-blowing. Like, it is crazy. that gas you up? Oh, absolutely, mate. Having a he was still playing for Watford at the time. Having a Premier League goalkeeper tell you that you hit a ball like a pro, I will tell that to everyone for the rest of my life. I have insane vision when I watch the game on telly, to be fair. I'll show you the highlights of the latest match I played in if you want to see it. I played a match recently. I'll show you the highlights. I did score a goal in it. Here you go. So these are my highlights from the latest match I played. If anyone's interested in it, I will show you it. This is me on the right here. Obviously, I'm a fat cunt, right? I'm massive. I am very fat. I'm like 105 kilos or something like that. So bear that in mind. But you know, I never claimed to be, you know, in good shape. But as a volley off the post, which was really frustrating, I was gutted about that, man. I'll replay it again because I was absolutely gutted about this. Because I was just like, from my POV here, I was like, the volley kind of like went around a little bit. I was like, just keep going, just keep swerving into the bottom corner, and it just came off the post, the inside of the post as well. It was so frustrating, man. Then this is me putting a ball in. Honestly, that's what I felt like, Ollie. That's literally what I felt like. So this cross was, I'm not kidding. Like I didn't do much in this game, but the one or two things I did. So this cross was inch perfect onto the striker's head. I just cannot believe he didn't actually get a head onto it. Look at this cross, man. First time. The like inch perfect, bro. It dips perfectly for him to get his head on. It's literally perfect. This is a big chance created. How, man? How does he not head that in, bro? How does he not head this in? This cross was perfect. Perfect, man. Oh, so frustrating. I'd say I'm on at least 60 points AA right now. Interception right here. Takes one on, dual one. And then outside the box shot into the bottom corner. It was actually a pretty shit shot as well. I didn't hit that as well as I really wanted to. And then we have this one where, I mean, don't get me wrong, for a fatty, I'm not ridiculously slow. I managed to get there just at the same time as the keeper. Take it inside. Another big chance created. Gets the assist. So goal and assist, right? 70 on decisive alone. 2 big chances created. I think I've probably got 1 or 2 more attempted assists in this game as well, right? Final third passes. I'm probably on 100 points. If you captain me, you're eating good. Roberto calories. To be fair, you were moving. I'm like, for my size, I'm quick. I have to click on it again. For my size, I'm quick. Like, you know, so this run, for example, I start here, right? Point where, because I'm a striker, so I'll just point where I want the ball to go. For my size, for 105 kilos, right? I'm rapid. In Saturday and Sunday League that I play Saturday and Sunday League every week. Like, the amount of defenders that don't expect me to be quick, so they stand off me, and then I blitz them for pace, is crazy. Like, because they stand off me, they're just not expecting it. I mean, this Ginger was sprinting back to try and get to me. I mean, the fact that I got there, the reason why I went down, by the way, is because I took his hip into my ribs. It was awful. I literally went on the floor because I took his hip. You can see I'm grabbing my ribs. His hip went straight into my ribs. AA is a forward. You know me, mate. You know me. So yeah, that was the charity match we played in. I'd say I cooked a little bit. I mean, if this had gone in, I'd have been gassed. The touch was fantastic, I thought, to take it into my stride. And the volley off the post, it's like, what can you do? And then the ball in was good. So yeah, I thought we did all right. I thought can I use my left foot? Not very well. I can pass with my left foot, but like, I can't hit a ball like I do on my right with my left. If I get up a video, right? Hang on. I don't know if this is a very good video to show you. Hang on, let me see if I have any more football videos in my exported files real quick before Okay, this one's titled Haircut Needed. So I like the way I hit a ball with my right versus my left, I can't hit it with my left in the same like, and this is, to be fair, like this is quite an old clip as well. But the way I hit it with my right, I can't wrap my foot around it. I can't knuckleball or anything like that. It's just so much more natural with my right foot. I'd probably say I'm a 2-star weak foot. I can pass the ball and I can like tap it into the net and stuff like that. I just can't, you know what I mean? I will always open up my body rather than hit it with my left. So, which is quite frustrating. It's actually a really decent save, to be fair. I'm surprised he got to that one. You can't see me, but I drilled that to the top bins. I remember, like, there's a couple of lads at Sorare 7s. For example, Adam will know the power that I can get on my shots. I can only hit it with my left foot. Yeah, I just don't get like this, that shot, for example, right? So this one, for example, no, not this one. Is it this one? Yeah, yeah. So like, I will never be able to wrap my body around and get a shot on like that with my left foot. It's just impossible for me. It just doesn't work the same way. I included that because I thought it was a nice save from him. It was a terrible shot from me. I thought the keeper made a nice save. So yeah. And this is an old clip as well. I'm skinnier now and far better now than I was back then. This is before I started playing consistently on a Saturday and Sunday. I say I've improved so much in terms of my... Do you know what it is? What actually playing... That was a fucking finish. What playing consistently will do, like, it's not that it just improves, like, your technical ability. That's a great save from the keeper. Excuse me. Playing consistently won't just improve, like, your technical ability. It improves, like, the way you take stuff as well. I take far too long in between these shots. The time I take in between those shots is crazy. This is a different day, I think. Like, I would never take that long anymore in between getting the ball out my feet and shooting. Like, it's just, you just get tackled. So, like, it's crazy how, like, just playing consistently, the way you play differently. Like, I play so differently now. That was annoying. That was a nice little knuckleball. That one was frustrating. Oh, another one. I forgot these clips. These clips are like 8 months old. I haven't watched them back in ages. That was nice. Holy shit. That was a nice one. I'm surprised I didn't replay that one. That was a good save from the keeper. That match sharpness, yeah, facts. Facts. I'm excited for sevens again. Just started going back on a diet again, so like I had Christmas off and definitely put on weight over Christmas. Yeah, Tori, be proud of that bum. Fuck's sake. Whoa, that was a nice one. You know, is that a knuckleball volley? I want to watch that back. I haven't watched this back in ages, by the way, so apologies if I just seem like the most egotistical wanker ever. Whoa, that move like mad for a volley. Quite happy with that. That touch is shit, by the way. That touch in that shot, this is exactly what I mean, right? This touch right here. So, I mean, we have to watch the volley again. Apologies. So this right here. This touch, nowadays, I would take the touch with the side of my foot in front of me rather than that touch. And I took ages to... I did the little stippy steps. The little tippy tappy steps before hitting it. That's exactly what I mean. So here what I do is walk up to the ball, touch it down with my side foot to put it in front of me, right? I would not take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tippy tappy steps. I'd take two steps and just fucking unleash, you know? That's what I do. Like, that touch, to be fair, that's exactly the kind of touch I'm talking about. Fucking hell, keeper. What are you doing? That's unfortunate. At least there's a cracking strike in the end. True. I'm actually getting a bit annoyed at myself watching it back because I didn't... Like, this was when I was training to get back into, like, Saturday and Sunday leagues. I was going down every day and just taking shots and stuff and trying to get, you know, sharper with my shooting. And it's actually pissing me off because I'm so different of a player now that it's like... Watching this back annoys me. That's a great touch. That's exactly what I'm talking about, actually, right there. That end one is exactly what I was talking about right there. The touch out of my feet and the hit straight away is exactly what I would do now. That touch into my feet and then just hitting it. Obviously, it's right the keeper and he saved it, so, you know, whatever. Do I have any more older clips? No, I don't. Was that a free pitch to use? No, it was 80 quid a day. 80 quid for 2 hours and I was going down there every day. I was absolutely burning money. Let me see what time. Okay, we got a game at 9 PM tonight as well. Alright, there we go. Who's not available? There we go. 80 quid a day just to get down the garden. Yeah, you're not wrong, but you don't get the same goals and stuff like that. 80 quid, yeah, is a lot. I was burning money during the summer and doing that. That All-Star Rare Plus looks serious. It does. It could be higher rated, but I just don't think Semansi's going to absolutely smash this week. So I'll rather put Kimmich in that lineup. I don't know, though. We'll see. Guess Norway's a bit different. Yeah, Norway is different, mate, because you've got fucking... Like, your gross GDP and stuff like that is crazy, man, alright? Like, you guys are rich in Norway, right? We're the peasants in the UK. You guys in Norway are rich. I don't know. I don't think there's any point in putting anyone else out here now, right? I thought about putting out a lineup with Lomens in there in case they randomly just decided to start in 1 week. I don't think they would, but like, could you imagine? I mean, they conceded 3 goals to Genk. Maybe Butez gets rested. Stengs is absolutely bang against Vitesse. Worth a shout in All-Star plus to the Kimmich. I thought about it. I like the home game for Kimmich, man. I think Kimmich had a couple of you know, what look on paper like not great games. But it's one of those things where like I think Kimmich is getting a bad rep at the moment. He's still Kimmich. I think you take out the games where he didn't play because he got a red card, right? And obviously you've got this one where he actually scored in this one and got an error led to goal, which kind of sucks and fucked the score. But considering he conceded 5 goals in this game, so minus 10 points for goals conceded and an error led to goal, so he starts on 35. He doesn't get that error, he's on 85 points. This game, for example, big chance created in this game, he would have been on 92 points if Harry Kane finished a chance, and it was an easy chance for Harry Kane as well. This game, for example, he's getting shots and attempted assists, which I like, but he's just building AA. Like, he's an AA monster still, you know? Big chance created here, that's an 88 pointer if the chance goes in. 100 points against Galatasaray. And then these 2 games are what are really putting people off, but, you know, it happens, man. Before that, he was flying still. Obviously, difficult games are difficult games. But I think at home, I think we'll see a big Kimmich score. I still believe in him. I think he's a fantastic player. So, yeah, I still believe in him. Yeah, that would be really cool, KB. Add a decisive to any of those 4 and he's flying. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. You know, and I think, like, well, I guess we'll see what happens. I think he's one of those players that I can't leave out, man. I think he's an absolute smasher. You know what I mean? You know what's funny, chat? So I brought up this to show you guys more like footage of me playing football. I just realized, like, so this footage is like 4 or 5 months before the footage you just saw. Look how much like bigger I look, just in terms of like everything. I just look so much fatter, I feel like. This was like when I just started getting back into football properly again. And black usually makes me look skinnier as well. I just feel like I look like such a ball. Even like my arse and stuff just looks massive. Yeesh. Hard to argue against Kimmich. It is hard to. I think like I would. So if I was in a scenario where, for example, I had like if Kroos was guaranteed to start, I would consider swapping Kroos and Kimmich between Champion Europe and All-Star Rare Plus. I think All-Star Rare Plus is definitely the stronger lineup. I think both are really strong. But apart from that, like, Stengs could definitely go in there, but the only issue is if I put Stengs in there, I'm in a bit of a tricky scenario. I don't actually have a place for Kimmich as well. I'm really, really happy with that as Ane Super Rare, man. Wilson, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Rooney? Yeah. There we go. Kroos will get rested tonight in the cup game, so he should start, from what I saw on Twitter. Interesting, okay. That's interesting. Real Madrid. Is their lineup out? No, not yet anyway. I hope Toni Kroos continues playing football for another year, man. I'd love him in the MLS, bro. Do you know how much I'd love this man in the MLS? Oh my god. I don't think he'd go there. I just don't think he's like that kind of player. I don't know though, but mad, that would be fucking sick. Oh, what goal. I love Toni Kroos, man. I can't believe I won this card as a tier, like it was the bottom tier 2 in the prize pool. He'll extend 1 more year. Can you imagine him in the MLS? He'd be fucking nuts. we go. Oh, notification. You received an offer from Daniel. Kasper Dolberg for Balak Wisher. I think this guy's injured. Usually that wouldn't be an awful trade. I think he's got an injury at the moment. That's actually not a terrible trade though. Like, that's actually quite a reasonable offer. I just think that he's got a current injury. Luna is not on sets. Pablo Ruiz will be on all sets. I think ABC trades might be a little delayed in the stream, but thank you for the info though. I appreciate that. That's an insane trade. Sadly, he's only injured for the entire season. Yeah, that's rough. I respect it though. I mean, like, this is the kind of trade that I actually think's like, you know, these are the kind of trades that you should be getting. Now, I'm not going to accept it because, you know, I just don't want to. But like, it's one of those where it's like, obviously he's coming down a lot in price now, but you know, if you wanted to wait on this card, it's a great card for next year. Sorry, that is not working now though. Is Dolberg good? I think Dolberg is one of those where, and I do have him for sale if anyone wants to buy him. He's got that potential. The issue with Dolberg is that, you know, it was also an issue with Thorgan Hazard as well, who I don't know if he's back yet or not. He's projected to start, which is good. He needs someone to create for him. I think Dreyer, or whatever his name is on the right side, is a very goal-driven kind of player. Now Visharan's back is good, but Dreyer is a goal-driven player. He's not much of an assister, I feel like. He's more of a goal scorer, more of that like finisher of a forward. So he needs someone that's a bit more creative in terms of like, we'll try and create for him, and that's obviously where Thorgan comes in. I'm a little bit like, I'm getting a bit of FOMO trading out Thorgan already, because I traded Thorgan for somebody I can't remember, like a Rashford one, kind of, yeah. So Dolberg just needs someone that's going to find him, because Dolberg makes great runs. Dolberg's in great space all the time. Shut up, David. He looks like a Captain 40 type. Yeah, for sure. He was awful in the Bundesliga. Yeah, but the good news is the Jupiler Pro League's just far worse of a league. There we go. Also, the club played for here in Germany was awful too. Yeah, that's fair. Do you know who's actually like it's quite funny that he's back in Germany, but like I actually like him as a footballer. Is Weghorst. I actually think Weghorst is like an underrated footballer. I think he'll actually probably do quite well in the long run at Hoffenheim if he stays fit. I think he'll actually probably do quite well. He's already doing all right, to be fair. I think he'll actually do quite well at Hoffenheim. What did he get here? He got a clearance off the line. Go on, fucking Weghorst. It's quite a funny one. I've wanted to try and buy his Man United card for my collection for ages, but you know, I just don't think I will. It was such a meme when Weghorst joined United, but similarly, it's like, I don't know, man. It was like, I quite enjoyed him at United, even though he was a bit of a meme. That Wolfsburg season, yeah, he was very good at Wolfsburg that season, to be fair. Some of those strikes were mind-blowingly good. Thank you, David. Tell your mum they were mind-blowingly good as well. Oh, is this game going on? You know what's annoying is I thought Bamba and Bolly were fucking locks, and then I remembered Diamante's been quality, and then Indica became Ivorian from French, so that fucked up Bolly. But like, I would put Bamba in over these guys, man. Why is Bamba not getting minutes? Big chance missed, big chance created. Go on, William Trusicong. What a boy. Weghorst playing in the 10 behind Rashford. Mate, I actually don't. I think Weghorst is one of those players where like he got a lot of hate at United, but I just think whilst I get that, I get. I'm just gonna reject it. I get he wasn't the greatest player in the world, but wait, what? Pavel wanted 5 ETH for that? Christ. Okay, it wasn't the best player in the world, but he gave 100% every game, and that's all you can ask for a lot of players like that. Do you know what I mean? So, how long have I been live for, by the way? Doesn't say. What time did we go live? Went live at 4:21, so we've been live for like an hour and a half. I think we're probably, to be honest, lads, I quite like the lineups that we've prepared here. He had no service as well. Yeah, you're not wrong. I quite like the lineups we've prepared here. I think glaring weaknesses to me come from Cap 270 Super Rare. And that's probably about it. I mean, realistically, like, I think All-Star Rare Plus and Champion Rare Plus are both really, really strong. I think Challenger is strong. If Genk keep a clean sheet, that lineup's got huge potential. I think All-Star Rare is a very, very mixed bag. It could go either way. I've decided to put those players in there because I do think Unai Simon can keep a clean sheet. Do you know what type of injury Bakasetas has? Bakasetas moved to Greece, didn't he? Or am I wrong? I thought Bakasetas went to Greece. So yeah, so All-Star Rare is a mixed bag. I think all 5 could potentially smash, but it also could end up on like 280 points. So we'll see. Cap 240 Super I'm actually quite confident in. I think that could definitely get the threshold. Cap 240 Rare I'm equally confident in. I think that could definitely get the threshold. Challenger up Rare, again, like, it's a mixed bag. We could end up with a tier 3, or we could end up with nothing. So we'll see. And then a Cap 240 Super Rare, I have no idea what to expect. So overall, I'm quite happy with our lineups though. I think, like, I have 3 lineups that I'm confident in, and the rest of them are like anything could happen. So I'm gonna enjoy watching some football this week. I'm excited to see how Bayern do, and yeah, overall I'm quite excited. So that's gonna be it for today's stream, guys. Thank you all for watching the usual Thursday stream. I stream on Thursdays because it's my day off from the main channel and work on the main channel. So yeah, I like to stream on a Thursday on the Sorare channel. So thank you all for watching, guys. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping me build my lineups, and I'll see you guys in the next stream/video. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Much love. Appreciate you all a lot. Thank you. Goodbye.